I'm Jane.
And I'm Amanda. Welcome to Come Dowse with me.
What's on the menu?
What's on the menu this week? Well, what else would dowsers dowse but water? What else? Surely there's nothing else you can use dowsing for but dowsing for water.
Everyone always asks that question, don't they? Why? What, you douse water? Well, no, I douse all sorts of things, including earth energies. And then the glazed expression and, okay, yeah, everyone assumes that dowsing is about water.
But we're going to talk about water, but in a different way, the consciousness of water. Tell us more.
So, one of the speakers we had with Deb and Dowsers more recently was Veda Austin, and she gave us a talk about how water, the molecules in the water can form patterns based on what you put near them, and it's about the power of intention as well, and the water picks up the consciousness and forms patterns and shapes, and it can be quite surprising. I've done quite a lot of experiments.
Yes, I've seen photographs of your experiments.
Yes. My kitchen looked like a science lab for a while.
Didn't your husband nearly eat one of your experiments?
My husband did eat one of my experiments. It was in the winter, and I was using a tangerine, and I'd used it to make a beautiful water consciousness experiment, and he came home from work and ate it. I was like, no, it was my experiment, but so try and avoid people eating your product that you're using. But the example here is using a little glass.
This is how you did it. This is all you need, isn't it, to do it?
Yeah, just it doesn't have to be a petri dish. Glass does work better because of the freezing process, and maybe there are lots of different ways of doing it, but you only want a very small amount of water. And what I usually do is I put a very small amount of water in, and then I put an object, in this instance we're using a heart, and put it next to it, and then I doused the intention for how long I needed to leave the heart near the water, and then I doused how long it needed to be in the freezer. And we did one earlier.
Here's one we prepared earlier.
I'm just going to go to the freezer and see what's happened.
Go and have a wrestle with my freezer. So I will just show, this is what we used, and Jane put the water in here and asked it to, use take the consciousness from the object that was next to it, wasn't it? And then we will see what pattern we have.
It's so hot. It's so hot in here. So we have got sort of, I'm going to hold that there because that's going to, sometimes a bit drips off.
Oh, nice.
And
the face.
Yeah. And sometimes what you can do is, if you take a photograph, you can zoom in on it, and you may see smaller images in there. You have to use your imagination sometimes. Other times,
some of yours were really obvious, weren't they? They were
faces,
really
oranges.
But that has got, because the heart has got, this heart that we used has got a pattern on it, and what you can see is this whole pattern here. Oh, this bit here, the lighter part, is in there as a shape, and then you've got these dark bits, the knots as well. And that's showing up around.
Yeah, and also the lines going across from the wood.
Yes, the grain. You definitely got the grain in the wood there.
Grain in the wood.
That's very exciting.
Fascinating.
Let's do another.
So that's basically all you need. And you don't have to use a petri dish. You can use like a little ramekin. The shallow, it needs to be flat.
Oh, I was going to say, because sometimes the ramekins that you get little puddings in, they're a bit,
the little dishes, but anything that's flat. And it is easier if you do it in something that's got, you could use plastic, I suppose. I think it's an experiment, but using anything that's got a flat surface, and you just pour any of the water away and
That's exciting.
It is. And you can do this with pretty much anything, and it's great for young people. It's a really good experiment to do over summer holidays.
Yeah, yes, super hints for summer holidays.
Well, enjoy.
I know what my freezer's going to be full of.
Ice lollies.
Oh, talk about ice lollies.
Oh, I know.
Shall we?
Shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
See you later. Bye.